think about it. If we really had a community revolution in progress, if our brotherly love was really overcoming our demise like the acronym actually stands for, they would be pushing against it. They would be trying to destroy the gangs.
Right.
But instead, you see it all over the place. They glorify the rappers. When I was coming up, who you had? You had Dipset, you had The Game, you had Snoop Dogg, you had all these different gang members. Now it's a little bit different. But if the gangs that we're in were actually a problem, the government would be infiltrating it to shut it down.
That's right.
Just like they did to the Black Panther movement.
Right.
The Black Panther movement, going back to the history, was a problem. They shut it down.
Right.
The Israelites teaching God's commandments to wake up the souls of our people is a problem.
Right. My brother, quick question, right? Look, check this out. What tribe you from according to the sign right here? Because this is, all these people on this sign, we share one thing in common. We have the same forefather and we have the same heritage that God gave our forefather. You understand? We are the ones that are supposed to be ruling this earth. We are the rightful rulers of this earth. But it's something that we're doing that's keeping the earth in chaos right now. So what tribe are you from? Are you a so-called Puerto Rican, Dominican? Puerto Rican or Dominican? Which one? Which one?
Puerto Rican.
All right, so when you look on this side, the tribe of Ephraim, the descendants of the man, the forefather Ephraim, are now being called Puerto Rican. You understand that? But before Christopher Columbus came to this side of the world, you knew that you were an Ephraimite. You spoke Hebrew. You did not speak Spanish. Now let me explain something to you. You believe that you are a Christian, right? Was Christ in a gang? Why do we join gangs today? Because a lot of us was in gangs before. Let me say, look, a lot of us was in gangs before.
Right,
a lot of us went to jail before. We did a lot of things before. But now we understand that we are the princes of the power of God.
Right,
we understand that we're not going to shoot and kill our brother for a color, for a block that don't belong to us, because we know that we are an army of God.
That's
the
right.
other nations have armies. Why would we gang bang on each other for? Why would we do that? We the only nation with no army, but we want to shoot and kill each other while other nations come to our neighborhood and get rich.
Bring it out.
They don't go to jail for that. We the only ones in jail. Let's go to Isaiah 42 verse 22. Let me show you what the Bible says. Because listen, gang banging, selling drugs, using drugs, all that thought process was pushed by the same ones that did this to us. You understand? They promote that. When you watch TV, who you see the ones in and out of jail? When you listen to music, who's promoting gang culture, drug dealing culture, trap music, drill music? Who's doing that? Blacks and Hispanics, right? But who's signing the checks to the people who make music about that? The ones that put us in slavery.
Right.
They want you to live like that. That's a trap.
Bring it out.
You understand? Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22.
So what does the Bible say about these things? Because you believe in the Bible. We all are spiritual people. That's why we go to church every Sunday. That's why we wear the cross. But we don't understand that all those things are not what God requires of us.
Right.
Read.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are a people that are robbed and spoiled. Who are we robbed by? The same people that what? What's that called? Gentrify our neighborhoods. The ones that enslaved our forefathers. The ones who raped and killed our mothers. We are a people robbed and spoiled. Guess what? Puerto Rico, right? Why is it called Puerto Rico? What does Puerto Rico mean? It means port of riches. That's what Christopher Columbus called it when he robbed your people. When he robbed our people. Read that.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Read.
They are all of them snared in holes.
We are all snared in a hole. What is a snare? What is a snare? What is a snare? A snare is a trap.
Right.
We are all snared in holes. Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
Where is the black, Hispanic, and Native American men?
They are hid in prison houses.
Where are the children of God?
They are hid in prison houses.
We are hid in prison houses. Yes, sir. I got you, my brother. I'm here for you.
Question about this one.
Oh, about the American flag? All right, so now, I mean about the dollar? All right, so now, Check this out. Go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. I was going there at first, right?
Read.
Check this out. When Moses, right? When Moses took our forefathers, where did he take our forefathers out of? What do you know about Moses? Yes, sir. Remember, Moses was famous for saying, let my people go. Where were his people at? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Okay, let me explain something to you, right? Moses freed the Israelites, your forefathers, out of slavery in Egypt.
Right.
But today, we believe we're Egyptian the same way we believe we're American. The same people that enslave us, we believe that we're one with those people. Read.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Remember, Moses freed the Israelites out of Egypt. What was their status in Egypt? Remember, we were crying, we were building pyramids, we were working hard in Egypt. We were considered the slaves of Egypt, you understand?
Right.
So, God is saying, read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Why is he saying, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again? Because when we heard the word Egypt, go give me that in Exodus. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
This is what Egypt means.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
What is Egypt?
out of the house of bondage.
Slavery. So when we heard Egypt, go back to that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What does Egypt mean? Slavery. That was our first slavery. That was the blacks and Hispanics' first slavery.
Right.
Read.
With ships,
How did we get to America?
with ships,
How did they transport your people from Puerto Rico to Spain?
with ships.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there
And when we got there, when you got to Spain, when we got to America, read.
ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
My brother and sister, look what happened to us. This is history. This is in books written in the 1300s, 1400s. Remember, before there was actual cameras, we had people that had to what? Sketch out what they saw. Our people were enslaved in Egypt. That's why on the American dollar, they have a pyramid there. You understand? They understand who they got in slavery. Go to Revelations 11 verse 8. I'm going to show you something. This is spiritual Egypt.
Right.
This is spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah because what? What's going on? Homosexuality is being promoted. Why is it spiritual Egypt? Because the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is working hard as hell. We slaves in this country. We the ones who work and do all this work in this country. You understand? Read.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8. Bring it out. And their dead bodies.
The black and Hispanic man dead body. Where are you going to find a black and Hispanic man dead body at?
Shall lie in the streets of the great city.
Because we kill each other, police kill us, the other nations kill us, and there's nobody here that's going to raise up our people except for the men of God. Read.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
This is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. This is the greatest city in the whole world. Everybody want to come here. Read that again.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city.
Is it the white man's body? Is it the Chinese man's body being found on these streets? No, it's your people, my people, our people. Read.
Sodom and
It's a spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. You heard what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Sodom and Gomorrah was a city, was about 5 cities that was known for fornication and homosexuality. What's going on in America now? They passed a homosexual law where you can get married. That's crazy as hell. They want to promote homosexuality. They want to teach your children about, oh, yo, you're not a boy. You're wherever you want to be. You're non-gender. Read.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Read.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
So this is spiritual Egypt. That's why the Egyptian pyramid is on your American dollar. You understand that? So let me ask you a question. As a man from the tribe of Ephraim, what must you do? What must you do? What is your duty, sister? You a sister from the tribe of Ephraim too, right? So y'all both, what are y'all? Y'all married? Y'all together? Y'all what? That's my girl. That's your girl? Let me read Hebrews 13 and 4 for you. Bring it out! Because you gotta understand something, right? Marriage is a royal thing. You come from a royal bloodline. You understand that? You are not what you think or what they're portraying you to be. You are a royal bloodline. You understand? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the bloodline that's supposed to be ruling this earth.
That's right.
We are the gods of the earth.
Right.
You understand? We are the original royalty of this earth. Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4.
So my brother, we were just going over the different levels of hatred amongst our people, right? Now I understand that's your woman, you love her. But it's how you show your love. Read.
Bring it out. Marriage is honorable in all.
Because if you love this sister, right? She got family she come from. You got a family you come from, right? Now to show, you know what? I respect my people. I love this, your daughter right here. I'm gonna take her as my wife. I'm gonna be responsible for this young lady right here. I got her. Read.
Marriage is honorable in all.
Because you got brothers here that's married and that's about to be married in the next couple of months. Read.
And the bed undefiled.
The bed is undefiled because that is your woman. When you get a car, you got paperwork on that car. When you get a dog, you got paperwork on that dog. But when we get women, we decide, yo, that's my girl. We do that for years sometimes. We get the woman pregnant and they're not even our actual wife. You might hit the lottery one day and you might have kids with her. If you die, they're not gonna give her nothing because she's not tied to you. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers.
But whoremongers, those that go from woman to woman to woman. Read.
And adulterers.
And those that are married and sleep outside of their marriage. What is going to happen? Read.
God will judge.
And that's why you see our communities all jacked up. We're a bunch of fornicating, adulterous people. Right. We don't respect marriage. We don't respect marriage, and that's why the other nations don't respect us. Our children need to be raised in a house with mother and father, husband and wife. You understand that? You must do that, my brother. My brother, what's your name again? Oh, you say Chris? Yeah. Chris. So my brother, we're trying to build with you. You live around here? So my brother, first and foremost, you need to, this is what you got to do. Leave the gang culture alone. Right. Because we are not a gang-banging people. We learned that over here. That is not who we are. We are we warriors. Right. We priests. We kings. You understand that? We're not gang-banging on each other. That's out. We don't do that no more. What we do? Give me 2 Corinthians. Proverbs 1 and 10. So against 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, give me Proverbs 1. Yes. Because I'm going to show you what kind of warfare we fight. As a black, Hispanic, and Native American people. We are the Israelites. We are a spiritual people. We are connected with the power of God. Listen, it's so serious. It's so real, my brother. You got so much power with God. You don't even got to lift a finger, bro. I'm going to show you what your power is. Read that.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4.
Read.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Weapons and warfare. What that sound like to you? Weapons and warfare. It sounds like war. Give me that Exodus. Exodus 15 and 3. Read that. Yes, sir.
Going back to the gang culture, what does it mean to be Latin King?
I already want to speak about.
Okay. But from the people that I used to know, it means.
I feel like it's like when I need to lean back from me, and I'm in a bad state,
right?
And I don't really got nobody to lean back on. I feel like in my body, I feel like I'm able to lean back a little bit for people that support me. You know what I'm saying?
Because of that connection.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure you're familiar with Bloods and Crips, right?
Of course.
So Bloods, for instance, BLOOD stands for what? Brotherly love overcoming our demise. Right. Crips stands for what? Community revolution in progress. Right. Bloods derived from where? The Crips. Right. And going back, I know the history. Bloods. So Bloods derived from what gang? The Crips, meaning community revolution in progress. Started way back in when? About the late 60s, 70s? ask yourself the question, bro. Really look around and ask yourself the question, where is the revolution that is supposed to be in progress?
Bring it out.
Where is the progress that we were promised from these games? Because remember, that culture, it was started with a good foundation because it came from where? That mindset of the Black Panther movement. But now when they got infiltrated with drugs, with violence and things like that, it turns to something else.
Right.
Gangster rap music, it turns to something else. So I understand that because I came from that when I was a young man.
Right.
Being from the gang culture because these are my boys. We ride together, we die together. They gonna hold me down, they got me.
Right.
But really and truly, they don't have us.
Right.
And this is what this is what our enemies, the so-called white man, all the other nations, this is what they push out against us. This is what they push out against us. Think about it. If we really had a community revolution in progress, if our brotherly love was really overcoming our demise like the acronym actually stands for, they would be pushing against it. They would be trying to destroy the gangs.
Right.
But instead, you see it all over the place. They glorify the rappers. When I was coming up, who you had? You had Dipset, you had The Game, you had Snoop Dogg, you had all these different gang members. Now it's a little bit different, but if the gangs that we're in were actually a problem, the government would be infiltrating it to shut it down.
That's right.
Just like they did to the Black Panther movement.
Right.
The Black Panther movement, going back to the history, was a problem. They shut it down.
Right.
The Israelites teaching God's commandments to wake up the souls of our people is a problem.
Right.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.